What's up, people? It's your girl Adela. So, guys, there's a ticking bomb that the Nigerian government is pretending not to see right now. I know that you've seen videos of Northerners holding the flag of Russia as they protest, with some of them calling on the Russian government.
We are Nigeria. We need your help. We need your help. Mr. Vladimir Putin. We need your help, Mr. Vladimir Putin.
Okay, so we've all seen those videos, and of course, we absolutely condemn this. You know, carrying the Russian flag while protesting is an abuse of your right to protest. That's according to human rights lawyer Femi Falana. It's not treason, by the way, as the Nigerian government is saying. It is an abuse of your right to protest. But as usual, the Nigerian government is trying to treat the symptom instead of treating the cause. You know, symptom will not stop developing if the cause is not addressed. And that's why I'm making this video, because Northerners know about the coup that took place in Niger Republic last year. Niger literally sits above Nigeria, by the way. It borders several northern states: Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina, Jigawa, Yobe, Borno, Kebbi, and so on and so forth. So, and they know that the people were so happy, so excited when the coup happened in Niger. So why would the Northerners want the military to take over in Nigeria? Well, because they are tired of being kept in abject poverty with zero security. And yes, I'm going to talk about their governance roles as well. But guys, do you know that 87% of poor Nigerians live in the north? That's according to the World Bank. So the north accounts for 87% of poverty in Nigeria. By the way, we are no longer even talking about abject poverty here. Now we are talking about multi-dimensional poverty in northern Nigeria. Now add that to the lowest literacy rate in the country. UNICEF said that Nigeria as a whole has 18.5 million out-of-school children, but guess what? 15 million out of that are in northern Nigeria. That alone is more than the population of Liberia, or Gambia, Togo, Benin Republic, Rwanda, Botswana, or Namibia. How do you leave that and now focus solely on they are carrying Russian flag? Yes, address Russian flag, but you also have to address their cause. You know, virtually all the terrorist organizations that we have today in Nigeria sprung up from northern Nigeria. Boko Haram alone has 40,000 members. That is just an estimate. I'm pretty sure they were not going there to count them one by one. They are probably more than that. I mean, when young people, with all this energy, when they are idle and they are hungry, without education, what do you expect? And it is estimated that we now have about 30,000 bandits. How do you think that they go into villages and they kill hundreds of villagers at a time? How do you think that they are able to kidnap 300 students at a time? These bandits are flaunting money online. Did you hear that one of them was doing giveaway, cash? This week, just this week, all that people needed to do was praise him in the comment section, and he was asking for their account details. People were writing their account details publicly, and he was crediting them live on TikTok. We've seen videos of them flaunting money. And if you're wondering what's happening to the rest of the out-of-school children, we have between 8 to 10 million Almanjiris in northern Nigeria. These kids are learning how to recite the Quran, but they are also begging on the street. When I was in Kano in 2019, guys, I was shocked when I saw these kids begging for money. So many of them, very late at night, on the streets begging for money, and I was like, God. And then they grow up like that with no skills. Like, how do you leave all of that and now focus only on, oh, don't carry Russian flag? Shoo. Again, I'm not saying that they should carry Russian flag. I'm just saying that you have to address their cause. Guys, as of 3 years ago, the UN said that Boko Haram has killed 350,000 people in northern Nigeria. 350,000. The people are tired of being killed. And we all know that not all deaths are recorded, by the way. So that's just an estimate. And then they are saying that bandits have also killed 13,000. But I know they will probably adjust that number very soon, because it's possible that it's more than that. But instead of our government urgently addressing illiteracy, insurgency, insecurity, instead of them to equip these young, idle Nigerians, what is the government doing? They are giving them rice. And now, everybody is now saying that rice is now the solution for every of our problem in Nigeria. It has become a joke.
You complain about insecurity, rice. You complain about unemployment, rice.
Yes.
You complain about the fact that, oh, we are hungry, rice. You say we want to protest, rice. You say, oh, you don't have medical facilities, rice. You say you don't have good schools and good teachers, rice. You say minimum wage, rice. It's rice.
Do you know that they shared rice in Borno when this protest started?
Recognizing the hardships being faced by the people, Borno state government has taken a step to ameliorate the sufferings.
Women who are benefiting from our non-food items. 5,000 cash and then a raffle, while about 5,000 heads of male and female household will be receiving rice as well as beans.
Wow, that's the vice president's state, by the way. Can you imagine? Rice and 5,000 naira, they're giving them 5,000 naira. Nigerians are saying that they gave them the rice to stop them from protesting, but the government is saying no, they've been wanting to do it before the protest. I'm like, either it is to stop the protest or not. Is that the solution to the problem that we have on ground? Even before this month ends, that rice will finish, depending on how many children they have, because it is not a full bag of rice now. Are you going to now say that our leaders don't know that if you give a man fish, you only feed him for one day, but if you teach a man how to fish, then you feed him for a lifetime? So these northerners, they're tired of being killed, they're tired of being hungry, and now they are starting to revolt. What I don't know is why they didn't revolt like this when Buhari was in power, a fellow northerner. Although to be fair, things were not this expensive when Buhari was in power, but I was hoping that they would have gotten tired like this a long time ago. Nevertheless, it's good that they're finally getting tired of being killed and being held in abject poverty. So what is the solution? First of all, our government needs to admit that there's a problem, a very big problem. Because right now, the government that we have, they still don't know that there's a problem. In fact, they believe that they are doing great. Their favorite thing to do is to blame opposition for everything. If they are not blaming Peter Obi, they are blaming people in the diaspora. Don't worry, we'll still talk about that. They said that it is the people in the diaspora that are sponsoring the protest. I was like, wait, so you no longer have Peter Obi, eh? And then they have all these people on social media that are singing their praise, fighting and abusing anybody that says otherwise. You know them now. Does that look like somebody that knows that he has a problem? How would they now work on their solution when they don't even know that they have a problem? So first and foremost, this government needs to know that there's a major problem happening in northern Nigeria, across the country, but more so in northern Nigeria. There is major crisis looming, and then the federal government must hold the governors in all these states accountable. These governors know that there's no repercussion for their actions, and that is why they have refused to do the right thing. They have refused to educate their own people or guarantee security, even though they educate their own children. Have you not noticed? I mean, look at former governor of Kaduna, Malam El-Rufai. Look at all the money that the man allegedly stole. Has anything happened to him? No. Can you imagine? And look at Yaya Bello, for example. Has anything happened to him since all the money that he stole came to limelight? In fact, he even paid the future school fees of his children. No, be so. Yes, they all have immunity while in office. But if the president truly cares about the people, he needs to tell them, okay, you guys, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, once you get out of office, you will be picked up. But the only problem is our federal government now, the federal government's hands are also not clean. So who is going to hold these governors accountable? We talk a lot about how much our lawmakers get, by the way, but it is nothing compared to how much our governors are getting in statutory allocation and VAT allocation. Borno State, for example, gets 6.4 billion every month. And last month, this July, Tinubu's government increased it by 40%, not just Borno. Sokoto gets 5 billion every month. It went up by 40%. Kano, 8.5 billion every month. That also went up by 40%. Guys, do you think that all these governors in northern Nigeria, do you think they are spending all this money every month on developing their states, on ensuring that kids are being educated? They also generate income within their state too. In fact, not only are they not developing the state, so many of them refuse to pay worker salaries. Can you imagine? So until these governors know that there is penalty for such act, they will continue to steal money, and then they will go to the Senate after their tenure in office. More importantly, guys, if the Nigerian government wants to take care of insecurity in the north, they would. If they've been wanting to do it this whole time, they would have done it. I mean, look at all the police and the soldiers that came out to intimidate protesters. We didn't know that we have all these security service personnel. We didn't know that there are that many. In fact, all the machine guns and everything that they brought out, we were like, for protesters. Don't you think this is supposed to face Boko Haram and face bandits, like all these machines that are facing protesters? Helicopter gun came out during the protests. But don't you think all these are supposed to face Boko Haram and bandits? Ashe, we have enough security personnel. But most of them are guiding the rich men and women. And of course, our politicians. You see, this is not speculations, by the way. This is based on investigations. Thousands of our policemen and women are attached to politicians, public office holders, and other big people in Nigeria. By the way, this includes all the people accused of sponsoring Boko Haram. Like former governor of Borno State, Alimodi Sheriff. They all have policemen that are guiding them. These are people accused of allegedly sponsoring Boko Haram, sponsoring bandits. They have security services attached to them. Wow. While the regular people are left to die. So if the government wants to work on insecurity, they will. And the people are not asking for much, by the way. They just want to be able to go to their farms and plant and harvest without getting killed, so that they don't have to depend on your bag of rice and 5,000 naira. Is that too much to ask? You know, I've been to refugee camps in Borno, in Benue, in Cross River. Nobody wants to be in a refugee camp. These people, they had a life. They were growing their own food, eating and selling the remnants to make a living. Now you put them in camps, giving them quarter bag of rice and 5,000 naira, and you're surprised that people are carrying the Russian flag. You don't start from the Russian flag. You start from the cause of them wanting a better government. If you don't do something, the ripple effect will not be funny. This one is just protest. When Northerners are done with you and they start to revolt, you will feel the ripple effect all over the country, not just in the north. So don't let Tinubu's government think, well, this is just happening. Abuja is also not, Mr. President. They can come and knock your door. So let me know what you guys think about this. Nobody is saying that they should carry Russian flag, but I think that is just a symptom of what Northerners have been dealing with this whole time. Let me know what you guys think about this. Don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to. Alright, y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace out. Peace out.